Indeed, it is the last official work day of the week, and today is Friday, the 22nd day in the month of April 2022. Thank you very much for joining us this morning on the platform. It is the pinnacle of all discussions. We deal with some of those critical issues for you. We dissect them with the help of our analysts, and we stay on issues. We bring newsmakers right on this platform, and we look at some of the issues. We delve into them so that you can have first-hand information on what is happening around you. Welcome to the platform. It is the pinnacle of all discussions right here on FLO 94.9 FM. This is the flow of God's own state. My name is Michael Oni. Well, we have been on a journey towards hearing from all sides to the argument relating to power rotation in Abia State. Which part of the state should produce the next governor? Well, as a follow-up to the earlier position of Umunato stakeholders, as a follow-up to the earlier position of Umunato stakeholders on the issue, we had that conversation on Wednesday. We shall switch to hear from the man who has been in the thick of the action. He has not hidden his position that power should shift to Abia North Senatorial District, talking about where the next governor of Abia State should come from. He's the former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Chief Charles Ogbonna. Glad to have you, Chief. Good morning to you and welcome to the platform on FLO FM.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us. Before we delve into the conversation, let's take political updates to look at what is happening in the country as far as politics is concerned. Stay tuned.
This is Political Update. The Independent National Electoral Commission will spend not less than 239.2 billion naira on procuring voting materials and vehicles that will be used in the 23 general election. INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu stated this in Abuja at a public presentation of the 2022 to 2026 strategic plan and the 2023 election project plan. Yakubu explained that the 2023 polls will be governed by the new Electoral Act, which contains provisions that will enhance the capacity and ability of the Commission to better manage the electoral process. The Executive Director of Yaga Africa, Samson Itodo, is of the view that political parties asking aspirants to pay exorbitant amounts for presidential and gubernatorial nomination and expression of interest forms will hurt Nigeria's democracy. It will be recalled that the APC National Publicity Secretary, Felix Morka, had announced that members willing to participate in the presidential primary election of the All Progressives Congress APC were to pay 100 million naira for the nomination and expression of interest forms. Itodo bemoaned the high cost of the forms, which he believes will erode the foundations of democracy and create wrong expression for the nation's elections. Former Anambra State Governor and People's Democratic Party presidential aspirant Peter Obi believes the economic challenges of Nigeria could be reversed with the right leadership. Addressing PDP members in Umuahia, Obi said he could replicate his good performance in Anambra State in Nigeria if the people can make the right choice. In his response, Abia State PDP Chairman Asiforo Okere urged him to continue to articulate ideas on how to rescue Nigeria as the right thing would be done at the right time. A former pro-chancellor of the University of Calabar, Senator Nkechi Nwogu, has declared her intentions to contest the Abia Central Senatorial District seat in 2023. Nwogu, who had represented the district between 2007 and 2015, said she was the best among other aspirants hustling for the seat in the All Progressive Congress chapter of the state and beyond. She urged the party delegates to consider the fact that experience matters in lawmaking, adding that 90% of the current National Assembly members are old-timers in the legislature.
I announce to you today of my intention to contest for Abia Central Senatorial District come 2023. Having seen the people aspiring for the same position across party line, I stand here in humility to say that I believe that I am the best person needed to serve and represent Abia Central. A vote for Senator Nkechi Nwogu is a vote for emancipation and resuscitation of Abia Central from the shackles of legislative redundancy.
And that is it for Political Update. I am Wisdom Thomas.
Well, thank you very much, Wisdom. Of course, you just heard the political events are happening around you. So it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on FLO 94.9 FM. We're live already on Facebook. You can join the conversation. It's facebook.com/FLO 949 FM. And I have in the studio former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs and a stakeholder as far as People's Democratic Party Abia State is concerned, and an elder right in the state. Welcome to the program once again, Chief Charles Ogbonna. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Just for the emphasis sake, no doubt people know your position concerning where the next governor of Abia State should come from. For emphasis sake, can you restate your position? Where should the next governor of Abia State come from?
Yeah, thank you for having me. And I've always made it known. Everybody in Abia understand my position that it is the turn of Abia North Senatorial Zone to produce the next governor. It started in 1999. In 1999, Abia North produced the governor then.
Okay.
Then in 2007, it was a turn of Abia Central. 2007. Then 2015, he went to Abia South. So it's a systematic something that we have been having. People talk of Abia Equity, Charter of Equity.
Yes.
For me, there is Abia. Yes, there is Abia Charter of Equity and understanding. But for me, that was an old order, as far as I am concerned, because Afibo was included in that Abia Charter of Equity.
Okay.
Now they've gone. They benefited from it. They were the first people that benefited from Abia Charter of Equity. Now they have gone because of the creation of senatorial districts that excised Afibo out of Abia State. So we now have a new order of senatorial districts. In Abia, we have 3 senatorial districts, and we have been having our things in common. Everybody understands that that is the order we have been going.
Okay, interesting. So, are you saying that we should jettison the Charter of Equity that most persons are basing their the dissenting opinion to your agitation are basing their points on?
Abia Charter of Equity is a good thing. Abia Charter of Equity and understanding is a good thing. It makes for peace, it makes for understanding, it makes for harmony, it makes for justice. Yes, it's good, but for the sake of governorship of Abia State, we have a system. It goes from one senatorial zone to the other.
All right. In case you just joined us, it is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on FLO 94.9 FM. We're speaking with Chief Charles Ogbonna. Of course, Chief is a member of the PDP, of course, an elder as far as PDP affairs is concerned in the state, a former Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, popularly known as FLO FM, and he's very much in the studio to advance the argument as it affects Old Bender Zone and other connected issues. So you have threatened that PDP would get protest vote if the governorship seat does not go to the northern senatorial zone and the Abia North senatorial zone.
Yeah, let me be understood by people. People should understand me. I'm eloquent about this agitation because I am a PDP man. I'm a foundation member of PDP. I want PDP
in Abia
to
State.
win. In Abia State.
Okay.
I want PDP to win. You see, if for any chance, I have said it time without numbers, if for any chance, reason, because the governor is powerful, because he has the money to buy over the delegates, and then the governorship is made or be given to an Ungwa man.
Yes.
The tendency is that people will revolt. For me, I will go all out to campaign against that person, and PDP will fail in this.
Is that not working against your party?
It is working against. No.
Party is supreme.
Let me tell you something. I'm an Abian. I even feel ashamed today that I'm an Abian. It's unfortunate, yes, because if you look at Ebonyi State that just left Abia the other day, have you been to Ebonyi State? You go to Ebonyi State and see the way Ebonyi is, and yet I'm still an Abian. What makes me proud of being an Abian? When you cannot see any good thing, no infrastructural development in Abia that will make you proud to say, yes, I'm an Abian. Nothing. There is nothing.
PDP has been running things in the state right from 1999 till date. Are you saying your party has failed the state?
As far as I am concerned, this government has failed the state.
The present administration.
The present administration has failed the state. This party will die one day. I will remain an Abian, and I choose to remain an Abian and support any government that will make improvement for the life of our people, rather than going to support a political party. I may decide to leave the party. Since 1999, I've been a member of PDP.
Okay, Chief, you played a major role in the emergence of Dr. Okezie as the governor of Abia State. At what point did you realize that this present administration has failed the state?
Well, let me let you understand that Dr. Okezie is my friend.
Okay.
Except he may choose not to be my friend again, I don't care. But right from day one, it started with when he was appointing his advisors. I told him, look, you don't appoint small boys as advisors. You need to appoint people that will advise you and not people you will advise. And this is the bane of this administration. I've been doing that. I've been talking inside, privately with my friend. But unfortunately, he chose not to listen to what maybe he felt I was not advising him well, and decided to follow the advice of those little boys that advise him. But we have seen that those advice he's getting from those young ones, those boys, is not leading him anywhere. So it's for me, because people are saying, you brought this man.
Yes.
You contributed in making him governor. Why are you? It's my duty to now come back to say, ladies and gentlemen, I've been talking privately with this young man. It's high time I come out openly to tell you what I've been telling him. He cannot say I've not been talking to him. I go to his house. Sometimes he invites me. Sometimes I go on my own to let him understand that things are not happening the way people.
So you've been advising him on the policies.
Yes.
Interesting. It is a platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, right here on FLO 94.9 FM. We've been speaking with Chief Charles Ogbonna, popularly known as Evulogwu Ibeku. As far as PDP affairs are concerned in Abia State, he's a stakeholder, and he has not hidden his voice and his position that power should shift to Abia North Senatorial District. And as you know, there is a bit of crisis in the People's Democratic Party looking at the zoning arrangement that the party put out, which is unprecedented. Double zoning, if you may call it that, and zoning to Abia North and Abia Central at the same time, which has never happened before in the history of Abia PDP. So let's, beyond the Charter of Equity, Chief, let's look at the political relevance of your position, because those pushing this, they're saying that power should go back to the Ukwalangwa. Do you think there are enough resources to champion your position as a member of the PDP, and how relevant is your position as we speak?
Let me say it here now, that people championing this Ukwalangwa issue, they are not being sincere. They are not being sincere because an Ngwa man is exiting the seat of governor. You believe in Ukwalangwa, and you are giving back the seat again to an Ngwa man. In Ukwalangwa, there are two sections.
Okay.
There is the Ukwa, there is the Ngwa. Why giving the same position, the governorship, to Ngwa man? Why not give it to Ukwa person if you are sincere in what you are doing? If you say you believe in Ukwalangwa and Old Bend, now an Ngwa man is exiting the seat of governor. Yes. Why are you now giving back the seat to an Ngwa man? Why not give it to an Ukwa man? So it's the insincerity of people that makes me shiver sometimes when you see people you think that are reasonable to tell the truth, but they cannot tell the truth.
Okay, Chief, you've not hidden your position on this issue. So some are of the opinion that you do not, you have a bit of disagreement with Ungwa people. Maybe you do not like Ungwa people. That's the way some persons are seeing your position. We remember the drama that played out during that visit that Chimayaso had, and the libation. Let
me come in. It's unfortunate that some people are saying I don't like Ungwa people. I've met so many young men in Ungwa land. I've met so many of them in Ungwa land. And I don't want people to force me into saying what I don't want to say. For anybody to tell me that I don't like Ungwa people, that person is unfortunate. That the person, when OKZ, as I've said it before, and I've thrown this challenge to people to react to say that I'm telling lies. I said I brought OKZ as I took him to the people that made him governor. That's what happened. I took him to the people that made him governor. You know, I made sure that the first good sum of money was made available to OKZ. I did it. There was no one man there when I did that. I raised the first money for OKZ, the money that he has never seen in his life before. I raised it for him. He cannot deny it. Two of us, I was in Port Harcourt. I invited him to Port Harcourt. The money was raised in Port Harcourt. He cannot say it's a lie. So for anybody to come out to say I don't like Ungwa people is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I have friends all over Abia State and and in Ungwa land I have so many of them, so many friends, including some governorship aspirants. One is visiting my house today. Senator Enyine Abadibe is visiting my house today.
That's because they believe that you still have a big role to play in the PDP.
Well, maybe. As far as I am concerned, to play in my polling unit. I cannot control others. And what I tell people is that we have problem in Abia State. And anybody who thinks is not being a party man, is not being a PDP man or APC man or Abga man. The problem is we have problem in Abia State.
But Chief, do you feel betrayed by the present position of the PDP, looking at the role you played in 2015 in ensuring that PDP retains power in
my Abia brother? You see, there is this thing they call destiny helpers, and I believe I was just appointed at that time to help OKZ. That's what happened. I don't care what the result is. If anybody thinks that I did well, that is the person's business. I know that God positioned me to help OKZ, and that's the way I have taken it.
Okay, from the perspective of the Ukwalangwa folks, it is also within the governor's privilege to suggest a successor, like others have done in the past.
And I say no.
Why?
Because there are stakeholders in this state. There are owners of this party, people that has been in this party before he came. All he need to do is to call a meeting, invite people. The TOG did same in 2014 to 15 when he gathered all the stakeholders in the lodge of Government House to discuss the issue of transition. A committee was formed headed by Chief Onyemugochukwu and other this Dr. Mokoro and others, Augustine Aladiba, Official Amgasa, so many of them were all there in that committee to discuss on transition. But my friend has refused to do that.
And that was when the zoning arrangement was agreed on.
That was when people agreed that it was the turn of Abia South to produce the governor. And we all supported Abia South to produce the governor. When in 2019, Professor Greg Ibe came out to contest the election. The elders of Ukwalangwa so-called, went to him and pleaded with him that even the traditional rulers, they went to him and said, Abia North did 2 tenors, Abia Central did 2 tenors, allow us to do 2 tenors. Then after that we'll support you. That's what they promised they made. It's even videoed. I'm surprised that Greg Ibe has not been able to release that video.
He has.
They were all there in Kire, Adolfo Swabara. So many of them were all there pleading with Greg Ibe to allow them do second tenor. And we all supported that OKZ should be allowed to do second tenor.
He has left the party, Professor Greg Ibe,
in annoyance with the attitude of the party, and I support him.
Do you think some other persons will leave the party if the party does not?
I may also leave the party.
Chief, that's a big one.
No, I may also. I've told you before. The issue is not the party. The issue is Abia State. The issue is not me.
Okay.
I find it difficult to believe that people who have spent their fortune or future some 20-30 years ago will be sitting down to decide for my children. I am 69 years old. Do you understand me? I'm not contesting for any election. I have all my children are all master's degree holders. They are qualified for any office. Why not make chance for them now? This is the time to open the way for them to contest the election if they so believe they want to be politicians.
All right, interesting conversation we're having right here on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on FLO 94.9 FM. Some kind of no hold bars conversation I have been having with Chief Charles Ogbonna Ibeku, of course, looking at his position and why he is insisting that PDP should zone the governorship seats to Abia North Senatorial District. We went back to some historical moment when what played out in 2015, how the present governor emerged, and it seems there is an arrangement in the People's Democratic Party according to his analysis and the revelation this morning on the program. Now let's continue the conversation, Chief. How strong is this threat? Because that was on Saturday. The old band stakeholders met and they issued a threat that to sanction any old bender son who accepts deputy governorship position or leads the campaign organization of anyone outside the old bender zone. How strong is this threat, Chief?
I don't want people to misunderstand part of that communique. I don't want people to misunderstand it. What we have in our position is our vote. What we have is our mouth to campaign against anybody that accepts. Because if my brother, just look at what I am saying, and I want people to say, those of them, the commissioner for information just left here now. I was listening for him to say that this government has done one single project in the whole of Abia, 5 local governments of Abia North. Can the governor bring his sister, a brother governor, to come and commission any project, one single project in the whole of Abia North? All the projects that are being done in Bende and Abia North is being done by Ojo Zokalo. Go there and find out what Ojo Zokalo is doing. He's the only person that is doing project. The present government has not done one single project. And you are telling me that somebody from Abia North will come out to be deputy governor. Will he campaign? What will he say to the people? But we have all it takes to tell the people that that person is a saboteur working against the people of Abia North. We want development in Abia, not only in one particular area. That is what we are saying. It has to be Abia projects.
Okay.
You go to Arochukwu, you see, go and see the road in Arochukwu, so dilapidated. You can't take your UV to Arochukwu. Okay,
but Chief, do you think this strange zoning arrangement in PDP will affect the?
It will destroy the party. Let me tell you something. Some people, all these gold diggers, these political jobbers, they simply open their mouth and say whatever they want to say. Maybe because of position of authority, they think they can do, but the time is coming when the electorate, the majority of Abians will sit down and say, now it is our turn to take decision and vote out PDP because I want PDP to be out of government for the first time.
Whoa, are you predicting an implosion of the
party? Oh yes, that's what I've told you already now.
Whoa.
That if the party goes the way they are going, I'll leave the party and join ABGA. That's my own. If the party goes the way they are going, I'll leave the party and join ABGA. That's what I'll do. Will anybody hold me? Nobody will hold me. And it will be my duty to use my microphone or hire a vehicle and be going around Umuahia to campaign against the party. And I've told them to be good and do what is right. Nobody should. I've had so many threats, people threatening me, saying all manner of things. It's their business, it's not my business. But one more threat, I will open my mouth and say what I will say that will shake the root of Abia State. I've told them this is the time for people to see reason and do what is right. Do what is right.
This strange zoning arrangement, where do you think it is coming from? If there was an arrangement according to
it is a voting ambition. Let me tell you, it's a voting ambition of some people who wants to continue to sleep in hotels, who don't want to live in their houses, who want to collect money, government money. That is just the only thing. What else do they want it for? What else? You see a young man who has a wife and children, he cannot live in his house, in his own house. He can't live there. He will live in a hotel for months. He will be living because he's getting free money from government. That is just the reason. Is there any other reason? What else do they want?
So you're suggesting,
when you talk, I want to say it. Let anybody listen to what I'm saying and quote me wrong. If you say that you want an Ngwa man to be, what has Okeze done to warrant another Ngwa man to come and govern Abia? All the places you give them, look at Abia Medical Center, that's Mikio. Go there and see how dilapidated an Ngwa man is holding that place. Look at a school health of. Go to even the man they called now and said he is coming to be governor. Go and see what they did at Abia Poli. Go there and see what they did. So what is the need of asking somebody to come and govern?
Okay, some persons are of the opinion that since politics is a game of number, why don't you use your position and the influence that you have to bring up another candidate to counter?
It's not for me. It's a party affair. It's not an individual affair. It's a party affair. The party has to do the right thing. And I've called the chairman to say, look, you are going to be the first party chairman of PDP that is not able to deliver his party. That you are going to be the first one, and it's a shame. It will be a shame that he will sit down here because he decides to sheepishly obey his master. Then the party will fail here. We will see it.
Interesting. All right, we'll take a break now. When we return, we'll continue the conversation with Chief Charles Ogbonna, Evulogu Ibeku. So much has been revealed this morning on the program, the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions, especially concerning the prices currently rocking the ruling PDP, People's Democratic Party. I think the biggest one I've heard this morning is that he may leave the party, move and work against the party if the party does not heed to the previous zoning arrangement, like zoning the governorship seats to the Abia North Senatorial District. And he says that he will join the All Progressives Grand Alliance. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll continue the conversation this morning. All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. Still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions right here on FLO 94.9 FM. We do this every Monday, every Wednesday, and also every Friday on the FLO of God's own state. And we're still looking at that journey we began. That was on Wednesday, and of course you know our position here. We hear from all sides relating to the power rotation. That's what we're talking about, and the question of which part of the state should produce the next governor. That question is also generating a lot of reactions in the People's Democratic Party in Abia State. Don't forget that the PDP is the ruling party in the state, and we've been speaking with an elder statesman, Chief Charles Ogbonna, Evulogu Ibeku, of course, popularly known as that, and he's been very vocal and revealing this morning as far as some issues in the People's Democratic Party is concerned. In fact, he didn't hold back any of those issues that he had in mind before coming on board. Thank you for being open this morning, Chief. I want to ask you, do you think the governor is behind, the governor of Abia State, present governor of Abia State, is behind some of this crisis? Because it's been rumored in some quarters that he has an anointed candidate in the People's Democratic Party, and that is not sitting down well on some stakeholders, some elders in the party.
Well, the governor is the problem we have. The governor is the problem PDP has today in Abia for coming out.
In Abia PDP?
In Abia PDP for coming out to say that party, the governorship seat will go to Esialangwa North.
You said for coming out.
I am telling you, he for coming out to say that the party, that's his announcement, that is pronouncement that the governor will come from Abia, Isialangwa North, and he even mentioned somebody from Isialangwa North, that Professor Kone, former VC of Abia State University, should be the next governor of Abia State without consultation, without telling anybody. He thinks he can.
So this is the root of the problem.
The root, that is the root of the problem, and the rules. Nobody follows law in Abia State PDP. Nobody follows, because there is a system by which we do things. If during transition, it is the responsibility of the governor to call the elders of the party to say, we are coming close to the end of this administration. What are we going to do? Where are we going from here? You know? Yes, actually, within him, he knows that the position of the party will be that the zoning will go to Abia North. But he will bring elders to just cite them up, find out what are they thinking about.
So zoning is enshrined in the constitution of PDP.
It is.
I'm aware of that.
It is. But he is now saying that he has the sole right and responsibility to zone it to where he wants to do it, and that's what he has done. If the writing was done ab initio, nobody would have been talking. We have been working hard to see that PDP win the election here. He is the problem of the party, and the party will collapse on his head. That is my own.
Chief, are you not worried that some stakeholders in Old Bende seems to be joining forces?
Because they are hungry. Let me tell you, there are so many hungry politicians in everywhere, not only in Old Bende. There's so many hungry people who wants to make more. But you see, at the end of the day, during voting, they will all vote for an old. We have a culture. My own is that I am frank, I am outspoken about it. But there are those who decide to keep it to themselves. They won't talk. They will eat your money. At the end of the day, you see what will happen. Oh yes.
They may serve as spoiler for the PDP.
Oh well, it's not being spoiled. It's doing the right thing.
Anyways, let's get reactions from the phone lines this morning. Interesting conversation I have been having with Evulogu Ibeku right here on FLO 94.9 FM. The lines are very much open. 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. Also, drop messages on 0906 510 8289. It is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on FLO 94.9 FM. Hello, good morning to you.
Michael, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome on board.
God bless you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
I wish you long life and prosperity, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
My name is Owakwechi Debere.
Yes, sir.
I'm representing from Haroberi in the LGA. The position of Evlogi Ibeku remains my own position till tomorrow.
Thank you.
Like what he said, if you say that this is Okwalangwa time, why not give it to Onyookwa? What has Ndokwa done to you that you will not give them power? It's very unfortunate that most of us from Abia North are very hungry. Sorry to say it. Majority of us are very hungry.
That's your opinion anyways.
I said majority.
It is not a fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact. I'll tell you, just many people are hungry.
It's subjective anyways.
Now let me say something. They decided to take the power back to Abia North. I see no reason why somebody like Greg would leave the party. But at the same time, I am pleading with the remaining people in the party who may have not ambition of becoming a governor, not to leave the party for now.
All right.
Pending the final decision of PDP before any other thing.
All right. Thank you, Owakwechi Debere. Let's get other persons on the line. Hello, good morning.
Yes. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. What's your name and where you calling
from? Good morning, Vlog.
Good morning, my brother.
My name is Kolechi Daden Nabug, and I'm calling from Osisioma.
Okay. All right.
You see, Vlog, I'm so happy that you are at last telling the truth about how you people have rubbished the state government of Abia State. PDP has remained a doom to Abia State, and you are the forefront. You are not talking this way because maybe the tide is no longer favoring you. But I want to tell you that you see, future will never forgive you, and all those of you that have kept the way it is.
No, please,
your opinion.
No, let him go on ahead and attack me. But the fact remains, I want people to say that what I've been saying is not correct. Attacking me does not mean anything. I'll take every attack. It doesn't mean anything.
All right, let's get more reactions. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, man.
You're welcome. Welcome to the platform on FLO FM.
Thank you. Good morning, Ebulog.
My brother, good morning.
What's your name, please?
My name is Kenny. I'm calling from Umuahia.
You're welcome, Kenny.
Yes, on the issue, I really appreciate Ebulog who came out to say the truth. You know, we've lost so many chieftains of PDP. At least we know Professor Greg Ibe, who left the other day to help Progressive Grand Alliance, and the blog also making some moves to leave the party. And I believe that this is high time we begin to come out to say the truth, as our father is saying. So, doing the right thing in Abia State, we have been backward in development. Like you said, look at other states. Why would somebody who would just be there, he wouldn't be listening, he wouldn't be doing something? He said when he made one striking statement that why would you bring someone you will advise to be your advisor? It's gullible, it's just something you not write home about. So it's high time we begin to make our decision. I call on the electorate, I stand on where a blog will stand. Let's get our PVC and edge all these people out and do the needful.
All right, thank you. God bless you too. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let's take more reactions. We are also live on Facebook. You can keep those comments pouring in on our Facebook page. We will take them. Then the SMS line is also available. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Ugo Chukwuwanku and I'm calling you from Bende.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I've been listening, and I want to tell Dechale, Ebulogi Beku, that Abians are proud of you.
Thank you.
Don't mind the people who see the truth and decide to turn it upside down. Posterity is taking records of the roles everybody is playing at this transition period. People who think are elders of the state, who should stand by the truth because of their children and the future of the state, have decided to sell out. But you are standing. So the younger generation are standing beside you and behind you.
Thank you very much.
And at the right time, the truth will come to the fore and you will be celebrated.
Thank you.
At this moment, this is the time for people to prove who they are, who they really are. I know that they will be approaching you. We know that they will be approaching you to think that you are somebody they can buy over. But we know you. We know the role you played for Okezo to be governor today. And anybody who is telling you that you hate anybody, I think the person should go and have a rethink.
All right.
And to ask themselves whether if people like you behave the way they are behaving today, whether they would ever have had an Ongwa governor. So they do not be deterred.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. We do appreciate you.
At the right time, Abia to speak.
Thank you. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning.
You're welcome. Good morning. Please change your location so that we can have a smooth conversation and I can hear the whole back from the radio.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, go on, please.
Okay. This is Waki. We are calling from Ohafia.
All right, welcome.
Please, my question to the gentleman is today. Did he suddenly decided to start speaking the truth?
I can still hear the whole back from your radio. You can't listen to yourself on the phone and also on the radio at the same time.
Is it because he's no longer in good time with PDP, or did he decided to change clothes, or have he strictly decided to change his attitude? Indirectly, he has made us understand here. I try to point out the names of those who have been sharing up their state allocation for these donkey years. The youth are watching. Tomorrow they say that the youth are moving to Yahoo. Someone who does not even have a single apartment will just join politics. In 2 months, he will build the mansions that a businessman cannot afford in 20 years. We are watching.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts.
Let me respond to what he had just said. My brother from Ohafia, I am part and parcel of Ohafia. There is no nook and cranny of Ohafia that I do not know, because nothing is happening in Ohafia. Ohafia is supposed to be the third city in Abia State, but there is just no single project from this government. That's why I'm speaking out. If you sit down there, you don't want to talk, it's your business. Let me talk for you. Not because of anything. Everybody understands who Charles Ogbonna is. I'm not looking for what to eat. As I manage to eat, and I don't care the kind of money you have or whatever you have. But the truth has to be told. I want you to join me, because there is nothing that is happening in Ohafia from this government.
All right. Hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on FLO FM.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If not, you better get the mama.
One welcome, Mama.
I'm one because I make it after the big lap.
Okay, Dede.
Sir, in game of one guy, man, then no, maybe. Or 20 be there and vocation can be really.
Thank you.
Then I think what I put like I know. You may accommodate the low one younger. Mbonya was an apple issue with a broyer. I would do a lot of the not the variety every 4%. And I wonder why Ikitibaya is arguing member pension argument. Yase, Bagagimo. Mbe Papuku were a teacher like in your 4 years of home with how would a chogawa. Or Buko. As Lobo, Yetun Dobina, Babu.
Yes, sir.
I wonder we should go where you will. I have asked Yan or Boko argument. Ngano of Gano. Although I am not giving attack radio, I am making attack radio, I have to tell you that they are attack kind of way. Mama.
I did. Thank
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform on FLO FM.
Yeah, Mike, I greet you.
Thank you.
And yeah, yes, in fact, I am not happy that what the real thing is greed on the part of this very particular other people that are, the fact is greed that is actually killing the world. That's why it's saying nothing but the truth. Don't mind the other man you gave, last week. I know him very, very well. I don't want to come out here in any case. I am saying it now, and I know him very well. What he's saying is nothing but the truth. Nobody should see that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello. Good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning, Michael.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Honorable in the House.
Good morning.
Yeah, Honorable,
what's your name, please?
I am delighted to hear you this morning coming out to speak the truth. Yes, the truth is bitter, but it must be told. The problem that PDP have in Abia State today, I think, is the governor. Because the governor is a product of the equity. So he should support the equity. Now that Abia North have taken their turn, Abia Central have taken their turn, and they are enjoying their own tenure. So he should allow PDP to zone the governorship to Abia North, so that somebody will emerge from Abia North. Let them start from there and enjoy the thing. You should not. Hello.
Yes, quickly wrap up your thoughts, please.
Yeah. I would not like a situation where the governor will come and begin to foment trouble in Abia State here. Abia State is a peaceful place, so you should allow it to be like that.
Thank you very much for joining us this morning. On the Facebook page, Prince Adindu says, following, Nwokocha Prince says, wow, the truth is coming out. The present administration has done nothing. PDP have failed Abians, and it's right time we vote competent person and leave the zoning of a thing. Dr. Global from Umahia. Clement Enyinaya says, Mike, the man is saying the raw truth. Kletos Chibuike Pastor says, the issue of zoning won't see the light of the day because it is not constitutional. Simon Nwokocha says, thanks my brother Charles Ogbonna. The truth must be told without fear that it is the spirit of old boy Olokoro High School. Simeon Nwokocha from Ubakala. Thank you for your uprightness. Clement Enyinaya says, Cletus, you're right to say what favors you. Let's be sincere for once. Chinedu Okafo says, good morning, Mike and Chief Charles. I love the position of our guest this morning. I strongly believe in Charter of Equity and power migration to North. Yet, we must strongly reject the nomination of anointed candidate from anywhere. Abia is actually moving to her promised land. Politics in Abia has gone to another dimension. Any political party that produces the most competent and credible candidate we will vote. Onwachuku Evans says, Day Charlie, I like your boldness. I like the boldness in you. Chinaza Ikoegbu says, Chief Sir, it is absurd to say that you took Okezie to people that made him governor. Abians with their votes made him governor. Going forward, His Excellency Okezie Victor Ikpeazu has a right to prefer to choose a successor, as it were done by his predecessors. Ezekiel Elvis says, of a sincere truth, the zoning formula in Abia is solely the affairs of PDP. If truly they want the best for all Abians, they want the state to progress, then power should return to Abia North without further delay. Nwachukwu Evans is watching from London, saying, Saint Charlie, speak boldly to power that be. And Nemeka Samson says, may God continue to grant you the grace to speak out the truth. So on the SMS line, this one says, Sir, you said you took OVI, that's the governor, to those who made him governor. Sir, are you annoyed that OVI did not reward you accordingly? From your comments, can we say that votes did not count in 2015? If rotational government counted, why did OT and Oga contested against the incumbent governor?
Yeah, thank you very much. I did not enter into agreement with Okezie to reward me for anything at all. We have been friends for quite some time, from 2020, if I still remember. We've been friends, and we were like brothers, or we are like brothers. So no agreement whatsoever. Okezie has been my friend.
Has this friendship been affected by the events?
I still call him. Sometimes he picks, sometimes he doesn't pick. Yeah. Does it mean anything? It doesn't mean anything. But the fact remains that I will always tell him the truth. And like I said, if he fails to heed to the advice of numerous elders of our party, I will also tell him, I will notify him that I'm leaving the party and come out openly to fight him. My brother, somebody must make somebody. I don't believe people saying or condemn godfatherism in politics or anywhere. There must be godfather in every sphere of our lives. Whatever you are doing, you must have somebody to mentor you. So it is not a sin for somebody to mentor anybody or to help anybody. I said it before that you need destiny helper in your life. You don't know who your destiny helper is. It may be anybody. But I believe I am Okezie Ikpeazu's destiny helper. If he recognizes that, that's okay. If he doesn't, that's his business. But I've done what God has asked me to do. So I'm not expecting anything. But it's important to note that if you help somebody, that reciprocation has to be made. It doesn't matter if he reciprocates. That one is good. If he doesn't, that one is good. He will not stop me. I've been in this game for a very long time, and God has done almost everything for me in my life. I'm not expecting anything.
This one says, Chief Charles Ogbonna made my day. He has spoken the mind of many Abians. He has risen above personal interests. He's indeed an elder. Coming from Kalu, from Okobe. Honestly, Elder Ogbonna has made my day. Permit me to give you an appointment to see you in your house, George Daniel from Undoki. Okay. Anyways, just before we go, we have just 2 minutes to wrap up this show. Chief, why the choice of Abga? If you consider leaving PDP, why Abga? Why not any other party? We have about 17 other parties that you can decide to move to.
I don't want to be dragged into this campaign this morning, but what I've said is that if PDP refuses to do the right thing, the next line of action left for me will be to join APGA. And I know why I want to join APGA. I'm an Igbo man.
All right, we'll leave it at that. We hope to have you some other time. Explosive interview we've had this morning. Thank you very much, Chief Charles Ogbonna Ivulogu Ibeku, for joining us this morning on the platform on FLO FM. We do appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Let me advise the delegates of our party that the ball is in their court. Take the money from anybody who gives you money. Money is being stockpiled for purchase of delegates. Take this money and do the right thing. That is my parting word.
Thank you very much, Chief. And many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze, and Wisdom Thomas, and also Eze Neokoro, and the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Stanley and Chinedu. Do enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Michael.